Hi everyone, I'm Susan Jacob, and in this video I'm going to show you how to do phacoemulsification in a soft cataract. Now I'm going to be showing you a few different ways of dealing with these cataracts, and the first cataract that you're going to see is a white, extremely soft cataract which is just purely cortical material. There's no nucleus there at all, and so you can see that the IA probe can be used to just aspirate all this soft material out, and that is generally enough to deal with these kind of soft cataracts. Now the second technique that I'm going to show is that of hydroprolapse, and you can see that this is a soft cataract, and what I'm doing first is a hydrodissection to make my subsequent cortex aspiration easy, and the next thing that I do is hydrodelineation. What I do is inject multiple waves of irrigating fluid in between the epinucleus and the nucleus till the fluid wave becomes powerful enough to lift one of the poles of the nucleus up, and at the same time I'm also depressing the posterior lip of the incision so that the pressure behind the capsule does not build up too much, and there is some route for egress of the irrigating fluid in order to avoid a capsular blowout. For the thick epinucleus, I have just viscoprolapsed it into the center of the bag and then removed it with ease. Now, this technique is a very useful one to know, and though you generally do it with irrigating fluid in the manner that I had described earlier, it can also be done using viscoelastic, and that is what is seen being done in this case. You can see that one of the poles was lifted up using viscoelastic, and then the nucleus is removed in the conventional manner. Now here's a case where the rhexis is little small, and therefore the hydroprolapse is not being able to be done, and this case shows some of the difficulties that can be associated with a soft cataract. You can see that if you use high vacuum, what generally happens is that chunks of cortex come out and you lose your hold or grab of the nucleus. In this case, what you need to do to prevent a complete bowl from being created is to use low vacuum as well as low power settings, and gently but steadily pull on the nucleus till the pole is brought out of the capsular bag, and then you go ahead and emulsify it further. Here's another technique, and I'm using this in a case of posterior polar cataract. You can see that it's extremely soft, and I've done hydrodelineation alone in order to delineate the central nucleus. And once this is done, the phaco probe can be used to directly embed on this very small nucleus and just lollipop it out of the residual epinuclear shell. In this last video, I'm going to show you how to do a horizontal chop. This is a Chang Siebel modified microfinger horizontal chopper, and you can see that it's got a blunt tip as opposed to these choppers which I use for vertical chopping. So what you do for these soft cataracts is horizontal chopping, because that's safer, whereas the vertical choppers would just splice through or would just cheese wire through the soft nucleus. So you can see that the first thing that I do is a rhexis, and in case you're planning to hydroprolapse it out, you could go to a slightly larger sized rhexis. If you're planning to do a horizontal chop, it does not matter as much. You could see the hydrodissection wave going along the posterior aspect of the nucleus. I've also done a good hydrodelineation. And once you've done that, you engage the nucleus with your phaco tip, and then go in with this blunt tipped horizontal chopper under the capsule and to the equator of the lens, and thus break this nucleus into smaller pieces. It is very easy to remove these pieces because these nuclei are soft, and you can do this mostly with just vacuum alone and using very low phaco power. You could go for higher vacuum levels to increase the speed with which you can get rid of these nuclei. So once the nucleus is removed, you're left with the epinuclear shell, and at this point what you do is bring your phaco power to 0 and keep very low levels of vacuum. I'm using 50 millimeters mercury here, and then you just carousel the epinucleus out and aspirate it with the phaco probe. If you want to be safer, you could also do it with your IA probe. The cortex is finally stripped using the IA probe and using standard maneuvers. The bag is again insufflated with viscoelastic, and the IUL is implanted in the bag, followed by viscoelastic removal. And that's the end of the case. I do hope you enjoyed watching this video. For this as well as more videos for phaco for beginners, do subscribe to and watch them on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much.